No.
Tia, can I just say, you had the look of just defeat on your face.
That's how I feel. I don't.
I mean, you know that look, you feel, he's like, I don't know, man. I just can't. I just, like, what's wrong? I don't know. All you can do is just breathe hard.
This man consistently puts my mental health at risk.
Yep, I'm going to continue to do it. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tia, if I don't, what kind of friend would I be? You hear me?
A good friend who cares about their friend's mental health.
Tia, I'm not here for your self-esteem. I'm here to be your friend. What friend you know care about your self-esteem? None of my friends care about my self-esteem. They here to make me a better human. Oh. It's called self-esteem, esteem of yourself.
Oh my God.
That is terrible. That is terrible. I might get canceled.
What am I supposed to do with this, people?
I'm getting canceled.
I don't understand. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these things. I don't. I don't know. Hemi is on one today.
I'm feeling good, man.
He is live.
Listen, I'm on the road. I'm feeling good.
This that y'all see right here, this is light work.
Listen, I'm on the road.
This is light work in the grand scheme of today. And we barely halfway through the day.
Listen,
the 24 hours.
Listen, I'm on the road today. No. I told you walking in the door. I'm about to. It's about to be something. As soon as I walked in the door, people say it's about to be something real quick. Check this out, Tia. And went in, dive down. But I'll bring it back. Hold on.
It's gonna just unravel and come right back. Oh my gosh.
Oh, what is going on, good people?
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the Office of Intercultural Life's Power Hour. I am Hemi Collier, your co-host for today. And this is, wait a minute.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Ain't you supposed to introduce yourself?
They know who I am. Hi, y'all.
Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Oh, I hope y'all doing well. Because it is, okay, it's not warm. It's warm-ish.
It's nice out.
It's warm-ish. But apparently tomorrow, according to Meredith, shout out to Meredith. Hey, I don't know if y'all follow women's lacrosse, but we did our thing yesterday.
Okay, good job.
We did our thing yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we did our thing yesterday.
Or as where did I get this from? Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. GOODJOB. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, we know you went to a hood school. That's good job.
I actually did not get that from school.
No, I know you went to a hood school. Man, I missed some of the. Oh man, Tia, listen.
I actually did not even get that from school.
Tia, okay.
But I think I did get it from a hood educator though.
Look, Tia, I don't know what y'all basketball games was like when you was in high school. Well, but like later in my high school, they wasn't. I ain't really go much either. But like when I was a kid, our basketball games was live. I was in there like I ain't even hoop. I ain't even play basketball like that. I played with my friends. I want to play basketball just for this. Our basketball games was live. You hear me? Live. Had the band going crazy in the back. People, then somebody was fighting outside. It was crazy. It was great. Anywho. Well, everybody. Tia, what are you doing?
I was making sure.
What are you doing?
I was making sure that we were good on the tube of views.
Tube of views. Come on.
And so that making sure the sound didn't come through.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So I had to mute myself. But I'm here.
No, I got you. Cuz.
I'm here.
I mean, now today it's a solid day. It's warm, but apparently it's supposed to be the apocalypse tomorrow.
Oh.
With the weather. The weather's supposed to be ugly.
As long as it waits until after I've taken off. Yeah. Wait till after my flight.
Yeah, when is your flight? You leave tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you left like Sunday or something.
Sunday? No, we're going to Jersey. I'm gothing out this weekend, remember?
I didn't know it was this weekend. I knew you was going next week, but I didn't.
It came up real quick, didn't it? Now you see why my head been spinning.
Listen. I'm not even gonna sit here and like I don't know when I thought you was leaving. I just thought it was sometime this weekend. I didn't know that it was this weekend. I just know you was gone next week.
My head is spinning. I'm like, oh Jesus, I gotta go. That's why I've been doing 50 billion loads of laundry. You got
to golf out. So you doing some spring activities, huh?
Yeah. You know what? I'm all sunshiny today.
Come on now.
Not even on purpose, because the ancestors said.
He woke up and the ancestors told me wear this blue.
They told me to shine today.
Come on, you better shine. Speaking of which, so tell you what we're talking about today.
Shining.
Come on, shine.
So I guess technically spring has sprung.
I mean,
technically
9 days ago.
Oh, was that a thing?
March 21st is the first day of spring.
Oh, somebody done lied to somebody in Iowa. I tell you that much.
Lied. You hear me? If
somebody done lied to somebody in Iowa, them poor birds and bees. I'm like, man, I know they'd be mad.
Cause look, if we going by this,
mad.
If we going by this weather, I know they come out their trees like, hey man, hungry. I'm trying to go outside.
Y'all lied to us.
Hey man, I thought you said it was springtime.
Right.
so we talking about
spring.
I'm
gonna say what I really think. This is some bull.
What brother Shannon said? He said bull jive. Listen, when that brother said bull jive, I was like, come on now.
I tell you who don't care about the weather.
Who?
The mosquitoes.
Are they out already?
They're out.
Oh, no, we don't need that.
They out. Matter of fact, I killed one right outside the office door the other day. I know he was in the windowsill, but I was like, hey, bro, you got to go.
He got to die today.
You got to go.
What time is your flight tomorrow?
You know my flights be stupid early in the morning.
Ooh. Well, according to hope listen now. Okay, it don't get funky until like 1 p.m. tomorrow. It's supposed to be scattered thunderstorms and like but you're going east. So you might be okay. You're going away from the storm.
Okay, bet.
Y'all might be okay. But anywho.
So we talking about springing forward.
We start springing forward. Yeah, y'all. We talking about spring and everything with it. You know, either from vacations to your allergies.
I know we had spring break, but I'm getting ready to go on a for real spring break.
Come on now. And like, even just your mindset during spring, because if you notice right now, I used to always hear people say seasonal depression. I was just like, how was that? That don't. But then when you talk about it, right, and even just you think about the weather, and a lot of it, correct me if I'm wrong, T. A lot of it is stemmed from the weather, right? In the wintertime, it's how many sunny days in the winter do we have? Not many, right? It's cloudy out, it's gray. And if you're in the Midwest or certain parts of the country, it's cold. You're in a house, you can't really do nothing. What is going on over here? Oh, you froze again. You was like this.
I know. My computer did this whole thing. All I did was plugged in my computer and it did a whole thing.
Hey, had to reboot.
I thought I lost you for a minute.
Had to reboot. But no, it's just like when you like in the wintertime, it's dreary outside. But then if you notice in the spring, for some folks, your mood change a little bit. You start wearing Yellow clothes. Hold on, there you go. Start wearing yellow colors. You got a little spring in your step. And then you usually on college campuses when it gets super warm, like warm for real. You see kids running around, they all in the yard. Folks are sunbathing. I'm like, y'all ain't sunbathing when you start sunbathing. It changed. Like your whole thought process changed, which is good. So that's
I saw the hammock got put out.
The little purple one up the hill. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I saw that. I'm sure somebody was sleeping on it already. It ain't that warm outside.
During spring break, it was definitely getting used up.
No, come on, sleep. I bet you somebody did this.
I can't stand
you. I don't know why we do that. You wake up. What you chewing on? What is you chewing on? So no, we that's what we talking about today, y'all. Just springing forward. And what that looked like and how that can change. I can change everything. I can change a lot. Yeah, because I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to being outside again, like for long periods of time. And I don't mean by being outside going from your house to the car or going from one meeting to the next meeting. Like, come on, hurry up. Come on, it's cold outside. Nah. Just being outside, catching some rays, getting some vitamin D, getting my skin right.
Here's my thing. I would like to be outside. I would like to be outside. I really would like to just hang out outside and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah, you can't be outside until it's like almost summer. And then even by then.
Still. Because number one, I don't like bugs.
I don't either.
Here's the thing. I love outdoors. I love nature. I don't love all the things that live there.
Listen.
You know what that sound like? That sound like the people in your own household, right?
No. Listen, somewhat side note, Tia, I used to want to live in I used to want to live in Australia. This was before, hear me out now. This was before I found out they got spiders the size of cars. I don't even want to visit Australia no more. If y'all think I'm crazy, look up the huntsman spider. Huntsman spider. Now, they not dangerous, they not venomous, but they are for real the size of my face. I am not. Tia, am I exaggerating?
I don't know. I've never seen this.
You don't know what? Oh, Tia,
I don't need to. You can let me know later, okay?
Oh, you need to see
okay.
this.
You can let me know later.
Huntsman.
So he getting ready to send me a link, y'all, and I'm not gonna look at it until later. Like I said,
okay. Because if I don't, I'm gonna forget.
Good. I'm okay with that.
No, you need to see. If I gotta see it, you gotta see it. Look at it, Tia.
Oh, what, bro?
Yo. But
anywho, y'all.
Anywho.
I love being outdoors. Mm-hmm. And I got a good bug spray, a good bug repellent. Don't get me wrong. And so that has helped. But here's my problem. Pollen.
Yeah.
I love flowers. Mm-hmm. Pollen don't love me. That's what it is. It don't love me back. And the pollen here, honey, you can see it on things.
It's the size of huntsman spiders. They be looking at you. They be looking at you like
it's so thick. You can see it on things and you think it's dust. No, it's pollen.
So let me ask you this, Tia. And I don't really have to deal with allergies. That's not something that I've ever had to deal with. Like, so what can folks do? What are some either home remedies? Because I know you got some home elixirs.
I was like, don't get me started.
Tia, or like what can folks do moving forward to deal with that stuff in a healthy manner?
Treat going outside like COVID.
So basically, don't go outside. And that's what you're telling people?
I mean, go outside, but wear your mask. And make sure you take your clothes off and wash them. Like, no, I think about that where we are, right? I'm joking, but I'm not joking. Mm-hmm. Because COVID may help me to realize some things. Mm-hmm. So with as thick as the pollen is out here, and like you can see it even sometimes blowing in the wind. If you are as highly allergic to pollen as I am, then yes, it makes sense to, like, when you go in the house, don't lay on stuff that you can't wipe out. Like, don't go sit or lay on anything that you can't wipe down. Right. So like your furniture, things like that. Like I'm like, those are the things that I like that COVID taught me. It was like, yeah, duh. I shouldn't say duh. I'm trying to get out of saying duh, just because of where it came from. But it's just like, yeah, that makes sense. And so just be mindful, right, of what you're tracking into your spaces that you go into, where you're putting your clothes when you take them off, that kind of stuff. I do wear a mask when I'm out a little bit more in the spring because of how that's just like blowing into my eye. I mean, it's going to get in my eyes anyway, but it's going to prevent it from getting in my nose and my mouth at least. And so I can navigate being outdoors a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, and the other part for me is here, there are a lot more plants that I'm allergic to than what I'm used to being around. And so if you are allergic to ragweed, so I'm going the opposite direction of what you asked me, Hemi, but I'm moving in the other direction too.
Okay. I don't know the difference, so I'm going ahead. I don't know nothing about what you're talking about.
If you're allergic to ragweed, and if you don't know what ragweed is, you might not be allergic. Because those of us that are allergic to ragweed
know exactly what it is.
We know exactly what it is. It is your arch enemy. Look, so if you're allergic to ragweed, and I think it's my understanding, but it's my understanding that it's typically a Midwest weed, but it's called, okay, here we go. I'm about to get into the space, right? The plant family is called an aster. And so anything that is an aster, it'll be related to ragweed, right? Stay away from those things. So out here, there's a lot of echinacea that grows wild. There's a lot of chamomile and yarrow and some of those other things. Those are all asters. And so just as bad as ragweed, and these are things that you're more likely to find like in your yards around you and that kind of stuff. Chamomile, a lot of people don't realize that chamomile, if you're allergic to ragweed, chamomile can make you sick.
They know nothing about that.
And a lot of people don't. Even a lot of, I don't know that a lot of herbalists pay attention to it. A lot of chefs, even that use like chamomile in some of their stuff, they don't know these things. So it's good for us to be able to know these things, to advocate for ourselves. So know what you're allergic to, so you know how to navigate through those things. Because I used to be like, why is it every time I walk outside my door out here that I get sick, like sick? And honestly, the funny thing is, when I first got here, it wasn't even that bad. I was like, oh, my allergies ain't acting up as bad as it used to. And then eventually that changed because, the winters start wintering. And, and things start kind of coming back with a passion. And so I found out, like, I would find some of these things in my yard. Mm-hmm. And those types of things. So just know what you're allergic to and be mindful of that. Now that's the first step of prevention.
Right.
You can't, we want you to go outside. It's nice to go outside.
Please go outside.
Just be mindful, though, of the things out there that you will want to navigate, right? So if you do come across any of these things, fennel seed is really good. Fennel seed is really good and easy to get at stores. And so fennel seed is good as a antihistamine. By the way, I have to make this statement. I am not a doctor, and I'm not prescribing any medications for any symptoms or situations. There you go. This is all for educational purposes.
So you hear this stuff. I would suggest you look it up.
That part too. Educate yourself.
Yourself.
But fennel seed is a really good antihistamine, and it's really good for your stomach too. So it's just all around, like that stuff that you find on a sausage pizza that annoys you when you bite into it. That spice. Yeah. I know. I was like, oh. Huh.
So I have been eating healthy when I eat my sausage pizza.
Oh gosh. You know what? The messed up thing is, I thought the same thing. I was like, who knew there was all this nutrition?
All this nutrition. I knew it. I knew there was something. I knew it was something. Cause
oh Lord. But so fennel seed though is really good for your allergies. I'm trying not to name off stuff that you can't just access at the store, because me being a studying herbalist, I know a lot of these things. And so I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice. And that's nice. And that's nice. So fennel seed is really good. Cinnamon's always really good for things. One of the things that I do for my allergies in general, especially when they get bad, is I have either a vinegar tea or what I call a fire and spice tea. They're the same thing. Apple cider vinegar, honey, turmeric, and cayenne pepper.
Don't do that to the people with the cayenne pepper.
Cause you only put a little bit, just
even that little bit that'll clear you out.
That's the whole point.
Listen,
that is the whole point. Listen, my children, they got used to it, and when I would tell them what I was drinking, they're like, "That's gross." But then when they had it, like they would ask for it. As kids, they would ask for it because they know that it's gonna get them right.
Listen, I'm not messing with cayenne pepper. Listen, my mom used to cook with cayenne pepper. Listen,
and I mean, coming from a Southern family, from a New Orleans family, I can't eat it like that no more. But cayenne pepper is really good. But the vinegar is a cough suppressant and an expectorant, and it's also really good for your stomach. Just so you know.
Cayenne pepper, boy. Ooh.
The cayenne pepper, the Kanye pepper.
Go. Listen.
But the fire and spice tea is just the vinegar tea jacked up. Ask Auntie about that fire and spice tea. I brought it from.
Oh, is that? Oh, you got some elixir?
Yeah, I hooked it up. So it's apple cider vinegar, honey, turmeric, and cayenne pepper, but you add more turmeric and more cayenne pepper, and yeah, you're not gonna like it. But I tell you what, it'll get you right.
I can deal with it. It's just I can't deal with it. I can do it. I just can't do it. That's what that is.
It'll get you right though. So these are those some easier things to access, but just kind of throwing that out there too in terms of allergies. Marshmallow root is really good, and mullein is really good in terms of helping with some things. Elderberry is really good for allergies too.
And in addition to even, and I know for folks who are super allergic to all the pollen and all the things that we got going on in the air, honestly, just for those of you who can deal with it and find different ways, whether it's through some of the stuff that Tia talked about, or even some of the over the counter things that folks may use, just being outside in general can help clear. Honestly, can just kind of help clear your thoughts, clear your head, just clear things up. Because remember, we've been cooped up. You've been cooped up in the house for the past 3-4 months. Like I said, when you do go outside, it's in and out, going to the car and coming back, going to the car to, and so being outside, getting a little more sun in your diet. And yes, I said diet, getting some sun in your diet, being able to walk longer spaces, that helps kind of clear your senses up, clears up your thoughts, just everything. Your moods tend to change because you're outside more. And so, as spring comes around, start planning things that are outside if you can. Now, like I said, if you severely allergic, I'm sorry.
But to that, just like I said, just wear a mask, and they do have runner's masks too. Because if you're out and you're being super active and you're running and things like that, but you're also allergic to all the things, then it can help. And we're not saying, it's ever necessarily this dramatic or intense, but it can be for some people. Wear a runner's mask.
Yeah.
And so that'll help. The runner's mask has a little more room, but it's got the aspirators too. So that helps to kind of knock some of that out. But it is a nice time. First of all, it's always nice to be outside. Even in the wintertime, sometimes it's nice to be outside. As long as it's not like negative stupid. But some people can handle it and some people don't want to.
Yeah, some people think about that life, and I'm one of those people.
But even with getting out, like get out and still be cautious, because guess what? COVID ain't going nowhere. I just want y'all to
know. And that's why I think, and that's one thing I do like about the spring and even into the summer. You can do a lot more outside activities, right? You can do a lot more things. You don't have to be, once again, cooped up in places. Now, some of the things I might talk about today, maybe inside, like either checking out museums or checking out, just different like culture centers or whatever. But going to a botanical garden, this now, once again, for the folks who ain't allergic, so the folks who can deal with it. But if you can, I remember I took some students. I don't know if you remember. I took some international students.
Yeah, I remember.
In Des Moines.
I think that was the first year I was here or something like that.
Well, now what was crazy about that? I lived in Des Moines 4 years. Never been there. I used to always see the little dome. Like, I should go there one day. I'm like, I'm gonna go there. And even the botanical garden back home, I drive all the time. When I go to the city, I see the big sign. I should go back. I went once when I was a kid in elementary school.
I've never been to the botanical garden in Kansas City.
Ever. Never been. But then when I went, I was like, this is actually kind of dope. Like you go, it's kind of once now. Got to be careful once again for the folks who are allergic, right? But you can be outside more. There are a lot more outside activities.
Now, with being outside too, why I feel like you the good cop, I'm the bad cop.
Bad cop, because that's how it always is.
I just want to.
Hey, y'all, you should get something to eat. You should, but here's the thing.
Because I'm excited for spring, but I need people to, I just need people to do the things. But something to keep in mind too is that right now we're not in the full height of warm weather.
Absolutely.
And so even though it's nice right now, it will be cooler later. So make sure that you prepare for that as well, because otherwise a couple of things can happen. One, you get sick.
It's that fool's weather. That's what that's.
But also you can get real mad at yourself.
Now,
not being prepared.
Now, to be fair to you, Tia, I'm not saying do these things today because it ain't quite there yet, right? Like, give it time to warm up a little bit. It's still March. Y'all know how March is around here. Today is 62. Tomorrow is -7. And
don't let April fool you. You know what? I didn't even mean to make it fall like that, but you know what I mean.
Well, just as y'all start thinking about stuff in the future, like to your credit and to your point, it is still gonna get chilly at night, right? Or not even chilly, it's gonna get cold at night. So like don't call yourself, I'm about to be out here, midday.
Thought we could turn the heat off because it got warm last week. I'm like, why is it stuffy in my house? And then what happened as soon as we turned the heat off?
Cold. You out here freezing.
The next day we like mom, can I turn the heat on?
Look, I was in the house last night, like, man, it's cold in here.
Right.
It's cold in here.
And then I looked at the weather, it said a high of 60, and I'm like,
but why is it still cold in this month?
But a high of 60, do you know what the high was yesterday? Like 20 plus degrees, less than 60.
Listen, just because the high is 60 during the day, it ain't 60 at night. You hear me? So, but no, just like I said, just start planning. Like when you're looking at doing different things in the spring, think about doing things outdoors, right? Think about getting out more, walking out more, like getting away from social media, getting away from watching your news channels and even sports. Come on now, go to a sporting event like women's lacrosse on Saturday at I think 1 p.m. I think it was 1 p.m.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to see Cat Williams next week. So that'll be nice. It will be indoors though.
See, springtime activity.
Yeah. Even though I would have done that if it wasn't springtime.
See, being bad cop again.
I know, but I'm going to go see Cat Williams. But but we're also going to a really cool festival that's indoors still. But
is it indoors? Look, I'm look, y'all, that I was looking that up. I said, I don't know if I can handle that. I'm scared.
It's an experience.
Dear finna be out there looking around like,
yeah, I will be.
What you doing?
I'm gonna be all maked up and stuff, right. Though.
But here's the thing. That speaks to what we're talking about, right? You trying something different, right? Will you ever do it again? Probably not. I'm assuming, unless you come back.
Not unless a kid, not unless one of them children want me to.
Unless you come back like, bruh.
I don't think
we got to go back next year. How you? It's like that, man.
Like, but yeah, I was in the mosh pit and I got held up and thrown up. I don't even like being touched like that. We're not about to have that kind of fun.
But you looking at different things to do, different activities to try to get to, right? Different festivals or whatever. And that's what, and like I said, that's why I like this time of year, because it's some cities and places are starting to do stuff outside more. They starting to do things, you starting to see more. Because we got about a month, a little over a month. We got Chalk the Walk, not the Chocolate Stroll. Oh, actually, both of them.
Chalk the Walk is in May, Chocolate Stroll is in June.
All right, so Chalk the Walk is in a little over a month. Because a little over a month, so probably about 6 weeks. 5-6 weeks. Which that's a long time. Yeah, okay. You gonna blink? It's gonna be June already.
Because I promise you, I didn't realize. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be, that's next week. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's this Friday. Oh, my gosh. Oh, wait, that's tomorrow. Oh, right. Lord.
Because for us in our schedule, Tia, we halfway through block 7. We almost done.
I know.
We got a block and a half left. Then they go home for the summer.
School's out for the summer.
So I know one thing that we did, I think you all can think about. And so every year at the office, we go on not every year, we just started last year, but like a culture trip, right? Now, granted, we go in the fall, but but the Chicago trip was fun too, but the Kansas City trip was fun, bro. Like, I had never. Come on now. Until Kansas City, one of my favorite places to go to, right? Like, and there's another thing. I had been to Kansas City a lot, but I had never been to the Negro League Museum, never been to the Jazz Museum, or even just that little area down that I don't even what is it called?
Plaza?
No, not the plaza. No, not the plaza, but just where they had the museums at. What's that?
Oh, the Jazz District.
Yeah, I can only imagine when it's warm outside. I can only imagine.
That's when I stay in the house.
Oh, is it like that? Should I not go when it's warm?
No. It's fine. It's peoply. But you know what happened when it get peoply in the city?
I mean,
that's me. I'm sorry. You know what? Here's my problem. I'm coming off a winter brain. I'm in transition, y'all. So y'all gotta forgive me.
Listen, see, there you go again.
I'm in transition. Give yourself some grace, people, as you transition from sad and winter brain to spring.
Listen, to be fair to you, I'm always trying to be fair. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm painting what you priming. I'm catching what you throwing. But I want it. I'm trying.
For those of us that are introverts, don't get me wrong, I do like to get out. I do like to get out and about. I just don't like it when it's people-y.
I mean, I don't like to be around a whole lot of people neither, but
or I don't mind it. It just depends, right? I gotta be in a certain mode. My social battery gotta be at a certain level. We gotta have so many bars.
No, I'm not saying you need to go every day, but just like I said, I can just imagine when it's warm outside and when they actually got like stuff going on and it's a good day and all that. Like, cause like the little, it's not a big district, it's not a big area, but just walking around there when it was cold, I was like, yo, this place would be dope. I was like, man, this place look like it's big. Or even just thinking about it back in the day when it was like the jazz district.
Right.
I was like, yeah, I bet you they used to kick it out here. Like, and I love that, right? And I miss those, and I feel like those type of things are going away, especially in larger cities for numerous reasons.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, I like Heritage Days. It's a lot of people. It is a lot of people.
Heritage Days is nice though. I'm not gonna lie. I walk through, check it out, and go home.
I mean, but that's
right. I might throw a dart at a balloon.
But no, I'm not about to be out there all day. No. But just seeing folks out, seeing folks being able to just mingle and just relax a little bit, I enjoy that. I like Magical Night. Right. Like I know I hated that, when we did it when we were in cars. It was cool. It ended up working itself out. But y'all know I hate the cold. But I enjoy Magical Night because you see folks out, you see people moving and just living life like it's golden. And then you go inside and get some hot chocolate. But I would say, start looking in the thing. Like I said, go down to the Jazz District in Kansas City. If you're into music, there's Lollapalooza in Chicago. There's, and there's honestly, now you ain't got to go that far. There's stuff here in Iowa. There's the Art Festival in Des Moines. I know that's the summer. There's the Art Festival in Des Moines is actually kind of dope too. It's people eating in the mug. It's people, but it's not festival, right? So it got all.
And we have a smaller one too here in Mount Vernon.
What's it called? Oh my!
I forgot what it's called, but we do have one. Because you reminded me when you said the art festival in Des Moines. There's a young lady that drove down from Des Moines. It's got some really dope art. I hope I can buy some of her stuff this summer. But she came down here. She came down to Mount Vernon whenever I saw that thing last some years ago.
Isn't it like it's like Antique Days or something like that?
No, this one I think is just sheer art. I don't remember. This one's all sheer art.
Oh, well, okay. You know what? You know what it's called?
What?
Lincoln Highway Art Festival.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Like what's the art festival called?
The art festival.
The art festival.
Because I don't remember if we have Cornell people that come, but we do have like the gentleman that makes the pottery for the staff and faculty shindig. Like he's always there. The high school pottery kids are always having something. Actually, no, I do remember some of our students
being
there. Yeah. So we got some Cornell folks that are out there too, showing their stuff. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, just I'm trying to think what else. There's and then
we're talking summer. We in spring now.
We got same spring.
We in transition right now.
Same spring.
Oh.
You got it. Go ahead.
So one of the things that I just learned, also, so if you are in a space in or around a home, a dorm, a building where there are still like bundles of leaves or something like that, don't rake them up just yet because you might disturb resting bees. And Yeah, I was really sad when I watched someone get rid of a whole bunch of bees. I'm like, you kind of just disturbed their peace. You could just walk away and just let them find a new space.
So wait a minute. So explain what you mean disturb resting bees. Could you
So they're hibernating essentially, and so they will hibernate under like clumps of brush and stuff like that. And so until they're like ready to get out and do their thing. And so this is that transition period as we begin to kind of warm up, that they're hibernating in these spaces. This is where they're finding their refuge, in the populated areas. So don't get excited yet and go raking stuff or kicking over leaves or brush that have been uncovered by the snow. I know we ain't had snow in a minute, but it's still been kind of wet, so you're not touching those things, right? But well, maybe not tomorrow, but as it dries up a little bit and as it gets warmer and people are out more and those things, we may be more inclined to do that. Just be mindful of that. And I was like, ooh, okay, let me not then.
Right.
It's just a nuisance to some of us, but this is an actual home for some very important critters that I understand a lot of people don't want to be around because you don't want to get stung. I'm going to tell y'all what I tell everybody, what I learned that has helped me. They only sting when they feel threatened. Think about it. They don't sting flowers. They don't sting, like, just don't move. Don't move. Do any brisk movements. You're fine.
I'm gonna be real with you too.
Wasps, on the other hand, they are of the devil. I don't understand the point.
I'm gonna tell you now. Hearing you say, "Hey, they only sting when they bothered," so on. You're not wrong. You are absolutely correct. But I'm gonna tell you this: you sound like folks who used to say when I was little, "Hey, dogs only gonna chase you if you run." Tia, you and I both know that's a bold-faced lie.
Well, I mean, if you think about the term chase.
Okay,
yeah, all right, they still gonna come for you, mate.
Okay, linguistic Lisa. wordy Wendy. Listen, dogs only gonna chase you if you run. They're like, just stand there, don't do nothing. You see Butch down the street coming at me, I'm not finna just. Maybe he don't see me. You got me. Listen, let me tell you something. Once again, you're not wrong about the bees. If you mess with them, they're gonna mess with you.
Well, but even if one is flying around you,
leave it alone because he got homies.
Well,
listen, I just saw a video this morning. Okay, I just saw a video this morning. Know one of the big old murder hornets, the big ones from the Asian.
Yeah, the one that eat the wasps.
Yeah, he came. I don't know, he or she.
Just when you thought there was not a bigger demon.
Listen,
the devil.
that little joker came into the honeybees little area, and they wasn't messing with it. He went and ate one of the bees. Let me tell you something, boy. Them bees was cuz they jumped on that bee they jumped on that little hornet so fast. Listen, he ate the joint, gone. He didn't make it. They was like, oh, what you doing? What you doing? Thought she was gonna get away with it. Y'all better leave them bees alone. Y'all better leave. Listen, if you see them bees in there, leave, like Tia said, leave them alone.
I say that because I have been okay. So I think I'm not gonna lie. I actually find it an honor when a bee, like if I'm chilling and a bee just comes and like lands on me. That's kind of like. You can say I'm weird or whatever, but you know what? Weird and normal is a social construct. The normal ones are the weird ones. So, no, but I think it's like, it's really cool because if you think about what bees are attracted to, right? Mm-hmm. Bees don't just go land on just anything.
Right.
So that is so dope to me. But anyways, beside that, it also takes a getting out of that fear mentality that you're going to kill me. So I get it. But With that being said, though, if you have a bee that is coming, like is buzzing around you, just don't make sudden movements.
Right.
Like don't swat at it, because that's going to make it feel threatened. And if you think about it this way, a bee is only going to sting you as a last resort for feeling threatened, because once they sting you, they're dead.
Yeah.
They're dead.
And I feel like I'm glad we're talking about this, because that also speaks to the springtime being new beginnings, right? New openings, new things like that. And so just being mindful of the new time frame for them as well, right? They coming out of their slumber, they coming out of whatever it is. They
still got bee crust in their eyes.
Right. They talking hey, man. They looking at hey, what queen bee at, man? Y'all sleep good. You know what I'm saying? So as you're going into your yards, as you're doing all these things, just be mindful of the environment is changing up. The environment is coming into new beginnings, right? The environment is, and so start thinking about how you're treating your yard, treating people, or just treating the space that you're in.
Yeah, as you walk around just spaces, as you walk around campus, just all those things, like you'll see if they haven't already, you'll start seeing, things are coming up, things are budding, those things. The mosquitoes are out once again. Get your spray ready. Your natural spray preferably, but get your spray ready. Oh, that's the other part. The other part of spring and people getting out is people will want to wear their perfumes and their colognes. If you don't want to get attacked by a bee, or you don't want a bee to approach you, just keep that in mind.
Yeah, because they like that.
They like sweet stuff.
I don't know if they're gonna attack you or not, but they daggum.
I won't say attack you, but they
daggum sure gonna be around you.
They will approach you. Same thing with the other bugs, right? Think about what they're attracted to. If you don't want them, the mosquitoes,
them huntsman spiders.
I feel like they're gonna come get you anyway. But no, I think it's a really good time to start. Like Hemi said, thinking about new beginnings, just thinking about things that are changing around you. And as I mentioned earlier, even thinking about the transition that you're going through, mentally and otherwise, emotionally, because a lot of people may not necessarily agree with the fact that the weather and those types of things impact your health and your mood. Yeah, they do, because they send certain triggers to your brain. It is not, this has been my thing as of late, when people say, oh, it's all mental, but guess what? You do understand that your mental processes are physical and physiological, but don't make me go there. Anyways.
Right. I mean, and
it's all about triggers and associations and those kinds of things that might trigger thoughts, that might trigger feelings, that might, those types of things. So yeah, it does. It is mental.
Right.
And it does impact the way that some people move and shift and see things. And so, I feel like emotionally, as we come out of winter, where our own body is just like, oh, okay, Here we go.
I think it speaks to the balance of life, right? It speaks to how things balance out. So yeah, you mentioned how yes, it's mental, but there are some things, there's some physiological things, excuse me, that speak to that, right? Those that affects how you function, that affects how you move. So just as I said, just understanding that, it's in my head, but there's as I mentioned earlier, is the reason why the people call it seasonal depression, right? Because the seasons are changing, right? I mean, the seasons are changing, right? And so that means now, it's not always these aren't hard. It's not black and white, but the seasons changing, so now your mood's starting to change, right? And how you function and how you react to certain things tend to change. And there's a lot of things that play into it, but just be mindful of that, right? As I said, I know you start new beginnings and so on and so on. The food, we got different food. Sometimes the food seems a little fresher. Like, man, this chicken this chicken hit a little different this week. It's just that spring. It's that spring chicken. Come on.
I just
Oh, come on, spring chicken. Oh,
see, this is.
Oh, I'm good, man. Oh,
this is what I get to put up with.
Oh man,
Hemi has obviously sprung forward today.
That's me springing. I'm going for it.
I'm going home. I can't put up with this no more.
That's me springing forward and going home.
What are we doing?
I'm saying, you hear me? You hear me? I'm going for it.
This is what I get to put up with, y'all. Oh gosh.
You hear the noise?
Yes, I heard your noise. And,
listen, spring is arguably my favorite time of the year.
Here's the thing, weather-wise, like, because it's beautiful. Like, I will say the thing that I love and that I even smiled about this morning was listening to the birds chirping. And it's so nice. I know there are so many things I'm not looking forward to, the flies and the mosquitoes and the fruit flies and all the things, but I love, like, and even though I don't want to be up moving around and as conscious when the birds are up moving around and conscious, it's still nice to hear them chirping. So I enjoyed listening to the birds chirping this morning. That was really cool. And the air is different. And so I do like spring. I'm not a fan of the allergens, that it brings, but there are ways to navigate that and also to get ahead of it in a way that, like, for me anyways, I don't necessarily have to rely on my allergy medicines when I'm keeping up with my more natural medicines and being more preventative. So I am happy about that, but it's nice. It's nice. It's just, I don't know. It's nice. That's all I got.
It's arguably one of my favorite times of the year because for me, it has a lot of the things outside that a lot going on at once. The weather is better. And when I say, I mean, like, for real springtime weather, like it's like my favorite. Now, don't get me wrong. 75 degrees that's my sweet spot, baby. 70 to 75, maybe even pushing to 80. That's my sweet spot. Right. But something about, 65 degrees, the sun's out, it's shining. You can't really wear shorts, but you can just wear some regular pants. You ain't gotta think about your jacket. There's like some of the activities going on. Now, my favorite activity, of course, is football. Ain't no football in the spring, but the spring games going on at some of these bigger schools.
Well, it's nice to even just kind of sit outside. So do this. Yeah, you don't have to be cooped up inside. Now, that's what I was trying to think of what I was trying to say. So as we're shifting, many of us have been kind of cooped up inside, particularly because of the weather. But I encourage all of us to get out and move around just a little bit because it's going to help your mentality, right? It's going to help you with that transition. Just get up, move around. I mean, students, I know y'all got to move around anyway, right? But get out and move around a little more outside where you can breathe in some fresh air. But it's stretching your body, it's stretching your muscles, it's getting your brain back into a certain space. And so just as you transition, get out, move around a little bit. Even if you don't want to find some less people-y spots to walk around, right, or times to walk around. But definitely encourage you to, if you can, get out and move about in any way, shape, or form that you have the ability to open a window, even if you can. That's also kind of helpful.
And also just understand, and even if you like for real can't literally like walk around, right? If you like, there's things that keep you from just walking around and being able to move, right? Just getting outside. And what we're saying is we're not saying this is the only thing that you need to do to help. Like, these things that can help, right? On top of whatever other things that you're doing, right? These are things that can possibly assist you, getting yourself in either better moods or just getting yourself once again thinking about, now a lot of folks may be going through a lot of tough times in the winter, for whatever reasons. It may not just because of the winter, just because at that time he had some stuff going on. So now think, okay, boom, this is a new beginning, right? Birds are chirping, spring, flowers are booming. You got caterpillars turning into butterflies and all that, and all the goodness, right? So hopefully you can take with that wave and go from there.
Hey, Hemi, you want to know something interesting? Did you know that butterflies or caterpillars literally lose their heads in order to transition into butterflies?
I didn't know that. I knew they lose. But here's the thing: it doesn't surprise me. Have y'all seen caterpillars? And then have y'all seen butterflies?
They literally lose their heads in order to transition into butterflies. So speaking of that look, if that don't speak to transformation in all the ways, right?
I don't know what does.
But the library, and I don't remember if it's over the summer or if it's over the spring, but the public library here has a butterfly, little butterfly cage thingy where you can watch the caterpillar transition into a butterfly. Speaking of butterflies, don't touch them. Leave them alone. They cute and all. Don't touch them, because if you do, you run the risk of damaging them and killing them sooner.
I mean, I won't don't mess with them no way.
Some people like to try to pick them up. I used to be like, oh, the butterfly. Don't touch the butterflies. Just let them do their thing. But they're coming out soon enough, and I'm excited about that too. So find some things to get excited about, as we transition through these seasons. The weather's still gonna be real interesting, and I know the animals are like, huh? So what we doing? So when are we doing this?
Say why not?
Right. Well, spring. I thought that was last week. Are we here yet? So just, as you transition, and we talk about things like when people talk about how exercise and fresh air and those things help with things like depression, understand we are talking physiological. Because again, when people say, oh, it's all in your head. Well, yeah, kind of. Not all of it, but yeah, because that's where the processes start, right? Don't get me started talking about your amygdala and your hippocampus and all the things and how they're connected.
We're not about to do that.
And your adrenals and all the. But the point is, it's all connected.
As soon as you do that, I'm doing this.
I already did it, and you missed it. So it's all connected. So it is in your head, but understand that when you move, that helps. That processes things different. Is it going to cure somebody's depression? No.
Absolutely not.
But it is helpful for your body and for your health to get out and to move around. And you're talking, this is coming from somebody who manages anxiety and depression and PTSD and those things. It is nice to get out. It may not shift your whole everything, but it does help definitely with your vibe and how you move and how you feel for the day. And so just for everybody, I encourage you to find ways to transition with the transition of the season, and also stay safe in that transition, because we're all out more. We all touching stuff more. We all breathing on stuff more. So just be careful and be mindful, and get out and have fun, but still also be mindful of yourself and the other people around you.
The last thing I will say is, and to add on to that, like I said, while you're doing it, try to enjoy it. Especially us folks in the Midwest, because y'all once again, y'all know how this weather can be, y'all. Like I said earlier, on Monday it's 67. Wednesday we got 9 inches of snow. Friday it's 146 degrees outside. So try to just enjoy as much as you can being outside, because it is so up and down. It is a roller coaster ride. But yeah, y'all look at start researching spring activities, folks. Be good, be safe.
Research inexpensive spring activities, because it's expensive now that everybody's getting out.
Look,
do understand prices go up.
Look, you better go for a walk.
So you gotta shift where and how you start looking at certain.
You better go for a walk over there in Palisades. better go frolic in the woods. Last thing, in terms of frolicking, Macoka the Caves. Macoka the Caves is dope.
I still haven't been.
Listen, I went. I now it is like
my son has been. You've gone. I have not been yet.
It's not an easy place to find from here. I tell you that. You be like,
Well, because remember, we were supposed to go with the kids some many years ago.
But once again, the weather.
But it was rainy season, and we ain't trying to have nobody slipping on no rocks and no caves on our watch.
Now, in the caves would have been good. It would just been getting to the caves because you for real walking through the woods, y'all. You walk through the woods. You know what I mean? And it's if you by yourself, it's kind of like. I was out there a couple times, like, hey man, you need not be out here. You need to go home. This is not a place you need to be by yourself, brother. What is you doing? Anywho, y'all be good. Y'all be safe. Y'all try to enjoy some of this weather. For the folks who are in Iowa or even around here, Friday is supposed to be ugly, all jokes aside. So whatever you got to do, get it done early so you're not caught in this.
See, this is why I try to take them early flights.
This foolishness that's going on. Y'all be good. Be safe, y'all.
And there will be pictures. I probably won't put them up here, but there will be gothing out pictures.
I can't wait. I don't care. I don't want to hear nothing about the festival. I want to see these pictures.
Hold on, I know we get ready to go, but why Jay was like, when I was talking about my wardrobe, he's like, "What's your shirt gonna say? We'll rock for Jesus." I was like, you know what? Right? I was like, how you gonna do me like that?
I'm trying to take everything off. You ain't wrong.
But come on now.
You're not wrong.
I was like, John, you ain't even right.
the brother ain't wrong. I am not mad at his assessment.
Oh, that is funny.
So
but I shift.
I'm a rock for God.
We'll rock for Jesus. I was like, come on now.
Come on.
This ain't the place. I ain't trying to get mobbed, bro.
I looked at some. Yeah, man. I looked at some of them names. I was like, who? What?
Right.
Is that legal? What is y'all finna be doing?
Oh, it's gonna be interesting. But there will be options and opportunities for me to hide. Or find other things to do if there's music that I don't like or people that I don't want to smell. Activities. People will be engaging in activities. That's all I'm saying.
Why are you like this?
It's true. I had to tell the kid. I had to tell the kid because he was like, yeah, Mom, I know that, just know some people might be smoking and drinking. And I was like, yeah, I know. I'm not excited. He's like, but they won't be doing it inside. I said, oh, my poor, sweet child.
Oh, did he really? Oh.
I said, and even if they don't do it outside, they're still going to have it on them. They're still going to, yeah.
Oh, bless that baby. Good. Bless that baby heart.
I know. I was like, you know what? All I care about is that my child has a good time.
Listen, I ain't been to too many festivals, but I know.
This is my first music festival ever. Like, I've been to an outdoor thing, but my first multi-day music festival ever.
I don't think I've ever been to a multi-day music festival. I've been to like an outdoor music show.
Yeah, I have too, but.
Well, technically,
this is my first multi-day music festival.
No, that's a lie. I've been to one.
And my first and hopefully only, unless I go with my child again, dark alternative music festival. Or dark alternative music, anything.
Now, actually, I just lied to y'all. I have been to a music festival. I've been to 8035 down in Des Moines because it's multi-day. Yeah, and the stuff that you're talking about, it was Wu-Tang was performing. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, baby, I said, when I've gone to clubs or concerts, they're not allowed to smoke in there either. That don't stop nobody.
All I'm gonna say is if you know anything about Wu-Tang Clan, Wu-Tang was performing and we was outside.
And this is on the opposite end of that, right? So I'm just like, and then even though they might not be allowed to smoke certain things inside, they may be able to vape inside, which I also can't handle. So please understand, I will be masked up.
Please do. Anywho, y'all be good. Y'all be safe out here in these streets.
Spring forward, folks. Not you. Get your face out the camera. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Peace, y'all. See y'all next week.
Bye.